The Pasta King is here today in the Everyday Gourmet kitchen. This is Adam Swanson from Zucca in Adelaide. Greek restaurant.
Yes.
But we're cooking pasta.
Sure are.
That's your heritage.
It is. So grandmother was Italian, so mum's obviously Italian, and just love pasta, Justine. And this recipe is so simple and something that we can do on the go, get it in the oven, come back and enjoy a great meal.
Fantastic. So what's it called?
So it's a pasta forno. So when we say forno, we're talking about the oven, so pasta in the oven. So everyone has spaghetti. San Remo spaghetti today we're using. You know, if you don't have spaghetti, maybe some linguine. You know, you're looking for that type of spaghetti, pasta. But what we're going to do is get it into the pot, cook it off, melt some butter, toss it all through, and then we're going to do some little snazzy bits to it.
Yum.
So let's get this pasta into the water.
I'll pass your salt.
Or maybe just break it this way.
Oi!
Nice and loud.
And I know you like a lot of salted water when you're cooking your pasta.
In it goes. And just some tongs if I can, just to give it a stir. So when you get your pasta into the pot, just remember, just be gentle with it.
Yep.
And just work it through.
So this is essentially a pasta bake.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
But I mean, so usually we use like a penne or macaroni.
True.
We're doing something a little bit different here. I like it, using some, you know, the long spaghetti.
The long spaghetti, I love it because what we're going to do, we're going to actually put a little bit of cream and a couple of eggs to it. So we're going to pour that over the top and that will help it bind together.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, we're going to put some fantastic prosciutto and just some buffalo mozzarella. But if you don't have the prosciutto at home, ham, no problems. Bacon, you could use that as well. So option it out, and even with the mozzarella, maybe some ricotta.
Okay.
Or some grated, you know, some parmesan or somewhere it may be.
It's nice to give everyone some options. So,
sure is.
Yeah, great.
So look, we'll get this pasta going. You're looking about 8 minutes. Now, al dente, really, really big on, you know, cooking pasta properly, Justine.
Okay.
Al dente meaning firm to the bite. So you want that little bit of bite to it. Don't overcook it, especially because it's going in the oven. You want to make sure that, you know, it's got another 15 minutes in there. So keep it under, get the al dente, and it'll be perfect.
Okay, so we'll wait 8 minutes approximately for the pasta to cook the spaghetti, and then we can start with the butter.
So let's check this pasta and see where we're at. Okay, so I'll let you go, Justine. Al dente.
You've taught me well, so I know when it's...
this one.
Oh, it's hot.
Hot?
It's ready.
Yeah, we're
Definitely
done?
ready,
All right. So get you to strain that.
Yes.
So next step is to get the butter melting. So basically we'll melt some butter, and what we're going to do is get our baking dish also. Oh, there we go.
It's a little pot.
It's a little pot, but it's okay. So I'll just take a knife, please, Justine, while you're straining it. Just get you doing everything today.
There we go. No, that's fine.
So we're going to melt this butter, and then what we're going to do is just going to spread it over the base of the baking dish and add some breadcrumbs to it. So the reason why, Justine, I'm putting the breadcrumbs is to actually just stop the pasta from sticking to the bottom of the actual baking dish and give it a little bit of crunch as well. So that breadcrumbs will start to just golden up a little bit, and it'll give us that different texture. So, you know, whenever you're doing dishes, my nonna used to do this one. She used to sprinkle cheese or breadcrumbs across the base, and you would never know it was there, but it would just help it from stop the pasta sticking to the actual dish. Yeah. So we want to pour half of this butter into the pasta. So that's going to help, obviously, stop the pasta from sticking and give it the flavour as well.
I was going to say, give it a really good flavour. Yeah.
So I'll get you to season a little bit of the pasta as well, so put some salt and pepper onto it. So,
more salt, pepper?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Get that half in there, and while melting there...
My little pinch of salt is very different to yours.
It's all right. I'm different. All right, let's get that to the front.
Pepper in there?
Yeah, and just grab the tongs and just work it through nice and softly. So just remember with pasta, be a bit gentle with it. Obviously at this point, you don't want it to fall apart. And we've cooked it perfect al dente, so we've got no issues there.
Perfect, yeah. All
right, so that butter's melted. I'm just going to give it a decent amount. Enjoy top quality pasta, just like San Remo, and you know, enjoy what it tastes like, and don't cover it with all that sauce. And this is a great dish because really it's just the eggs and the cream that are going to bind it all together. And we're going to crack the dish. All right, so let's bring that back here. I'll get you breadcrumbs. So just literally, I'm just sprinkling it across the base. And some pecorino as well. I like to add the cheese element. Now, it's something my nonna wouldn't do. I just like to have that cheesiness. I like to get that little bit of melting across the base and that stringy. So when you pick up that pasta, it's there and all that nice stringy cheese.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about that. Some pecorino here?
Yeah, you could use parmesan.
What's the difference between pecorino and parmesan, for those who don't know?
So pecorino is a lot more sharper, you know. It's a little bit more bitier, where your parmesan's been aged a little bit longer.
Aged a bit longer.
Yeah, so, you know, you don't have to use a Grana Padano. Or Reggiano is obviously your top dog parmesan, you know, the best one out there. Yeah. That's plenty beautiful.
Sorry.
No worries, you get excited, I'm getting excited. Now, pasta, just half the amount over there, please. So look at that, spaghetti. Like I said, if you don't have spaghetti, linguine, maybe even fettuccine, but keep it quite thin.
Yep.
Beautiful. So we just place that, and I get my
Is that
hands
too
in.
much?
No, you're good.
Okay.
So now at this point, I'm going to take a little bit more of that butter, and I'm just going to drizzle it all over. And already, that pecorino on the base, you can smell it just giving it some characteristics. Beautiful. Now, the prosciutto, which we sliced a little bit earlier, nice and thin.
Yeah, we've sliced it ourselves today, but again, you can get, some good slices from your deli.
Yeah,
so.
if have to be. But just remember also, things like prosciutto, best to leave it out to room temperature and just let that natural fats of the actual prosciutto come around and, get into there. We're just going to break it. I'll get you the buff mozz as well.
Sure.
And just tear it up.
So this is my favourite. I could just eat this like this with a tomato and a bit of basil.
Nice.
So we just break that in. Oh, look at this. I love this so
look
much.
at that. That's what it's all about, that there.
Yum.
Perfect.
Especially when it melts, just nice and gooey. Yeah. So we just this
just
goes
little,
one
all
layer.
over one layer as well. So remember things like when you're tearing like your prosciutto or ham, bite-sized pieces. A lot of people just lay it down like a big layer. There's nothing worse when you crack into a beautiful pasta forno like this, and you got this big piece of ham or prosciutto, and you're chewing away. Yeah. It's not very enjoyable.
No, not at all. Okay, I'll get this on.
So look, maybe you could turn this into a different vegetarian. Remove the prosciutto, add some grilled zucchini into there. Or, some roasted capsicums or something like that, or a bit of pesto as well.
Some pesto, pumpkin and pine nuts. The list is endless what you could do with this. It's very pliable to anything that... Your flavours, I guess.
Bit of pepper.
Bit of pepper for you, sir.
Thank you.
It's almost like a carbonara-esque style.
Yes, you're getting me, A bit more pecorino over the top. So we're almost there. We're going to get it into the oven. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, looks good. So good. Fantastic. So basically what we're going to do is get 2 eggs and about 1/2 cup of cream, and we're just going to mix that together. And basically that's going to be the binding agent over it. Before you do that, I'm going to pinch this.
I'll do the 2 eggs.
You do the 2 eggs and the cream.
So I'll just whisk that in a...
Yep. So I'm just layering just one more layer over the top, Justine.
Okay.
Just to cover it. Now this will feed 4 people easily. And that's the best thing about pasta fornos, When you bring this to the table for a dinner party, it looks nice and rustic and, elegant also. It looks like, you've been slaving at the table. And when you crack into it and you get that fantastic pasta, nice and crunchy on top, and then beautiful and soft and elegant in the middle, it's amazing.
It is. It's like that middle one's like a little bit of a surprise in there.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on here? And all that gooiness of the mozzarella and that saltiness of the prosciutto. How much cream would you like?
All right, let's go with about 1/2 of that.
1/2 of that.
At the moment. So I'm just using up all this last of the melted butter just to keep the moisture in the pasta and nice and glossy as well. You're getting those eggs, beautiful seasoning. Look at that. You so well.
You did.
So yeah, just get them to bind together. Make sure we just give them decent whipping there. And then literally we're just going to pour that over the top. Finish it with some more breadcrumbs and the pecorino, and then bang, straight into the oven.
How hot's the oven for this one?
180 to 200, really, the pasta's cooked perfectly, so we just really want to get it nice and crispy and crunchy on top. So you could almost even put it under on the grill setting.
Yeah.
But I like on the oven, just make sure the heat goes all the way through the pasta dish.
And we're done. Some more breadcrumbs.
And the pecorino to finish.
More pecorino.
And this is a beautiful pasta forno. Even my nonna would be happy with me with this
Your
one.
nonna will be happy? All these recipes, that you've got in your repertoire. So many pasta dishes, so many.
Never
They're
stop
all
learning.
delicious.
Okay, look at that. Let's get this into the oven.
Great.
10 to 15 minutes, nice and golden brown and crunchy.
Great. Well, I'm going to have a taste. Adam, thank you very much for showing us.
No worries.
This is like a carbonara, but in a bake. Even better, though.
Nice and easy.
Well. Even better.